Morning everyone, how are we all doing today? So this is day 2 of my West Highland Way walk. Welcome to hot and sunny Scotland, according to the weather forecast. Last night I stayed at the Oak Tree Inn at Balmaha. Very nice it was too, not the cheapest, but you are actually limited in the accommodation around here, so you get what you pay for. Today's plan, I'm going from Balmaha to Inversnaid. We're staying at a place called the Inversnaid Bunkhouse. It's about 16 miles and it's all along the banks of Loch Lomond. Now, you'd think going along the banks of the loch they'd to be fairly flat, but having watched previous videos, I understand some parts of it are going to be quite technical and quite difficult. We'll see what happens. Just before you get into Balmaha, there are signs up saying that there's no wild camping for the next few miles. It's restricted between the months of March and September, I believe. I have seen people's videos where they do still wild camp. They've not had any problems as far as I can see. But there are official campsites along the way if that's what you want to do. You do have to pre-book them and they charge a small fee, that's all. Like I said, we're not camping, so it's not going to affect me at all. Excuse the ducks in the background, they look happy enough with this weather. Yeah, so onwards and upwards. Hopefully this mist, obviously about 100 yards, but hopefully this mist will clear up soon and we will get some sunshine. I'll catch you later. If any of you are concerned about me drinking water straight from the loch, this bottle here, it's called Lifestraw. It has got an inbuilt filter, which I believe filters out 99.9% of all bacteria and things and nasty things. So you can basically drink water from any source at all. I'm just having some nice cold fresh Loch Lomond water. Lovely. Yeah, it's about 10:15 now. We set off at 8:30, so we've done about, I think, probably about 4 miles. As you can see, the sun's trying to peek its face out. Not as yet. Still looks stunning, even though you can't see very much. So we've just got to a place called Royden. We're about 7 miles in. It's taken me just under 3.5 hours, just steady walking. Obviously I've been stopping now and again to do some filming. Royden, it's a popular place again for people stopping. I presume there's some campsites around here. There is a hotel, as you can see there. Now the path so far from Balmaha has been fairly steady. A lot of it, I'm surprised at, is actually sort of slightly inland from the loch, and it's through woodland. But obviously the sun's out today. It's finally showing its face. So going in the woodland, it is a lot cooler and you do get a lot of shade. Some lovely views from here. It's got a beer garden there, that hotel. I don't think I'd better go in there, I might not come out. There are wooden lodges here as well, which I presume you can rent out. And there's all sorts of water sports activities from here. I want to stop and have a little bit of lunch, and why not when it's this sort of scenery. Yeah, I was saying about the path, it's fairly easy going. There are 1 or 2 points. You get to a campsite called Salloch campsite. We're still in the area where it's illegal to or officially illegal to wild camp, but I've passed a couple of campsites which are ones that have officially been set up. I didn't see any actual facilities there, no toilets or washrooms or anything like that. There may well be, but I didn't see them as I passed. It's a busy little road this, so it's only a little country lane. Yeah, so I'll stop and have a little bit of lunch. From Salloch campsite to here, there have been 1 or 2 short, sharp, steep climbs, but nothing major. Just take them nice and steady, and they're fine. Look at those views up there, beautiful. How spooky is this woodland? Well, that last section out of Royden, for the first mile or so it's fine, it's a forestry track, no problem at all. And then you hit, it's a very narrow path for about a mile or 2, right on the banks of Loch Lomond. Luckily it's in woods, so you're not feeling the full effects of sun on a day like today. But it is quite tricky. There's lots of ups and downs and twists and turns, and lots of loose stones and dirt, lots of boulders, lots of tree roots. It's just a section to be careful on, really. You could rush it or take it nice and steady like I did. It'd be quite easy to turn your ankle, or even worse. Anyway, for the last mile or so it's been a fairly decent track. Still some ups and downs. Then we're going to come across this old disused building. It's obviously been disused for a while. No idea what it is or what it was for. It's right in the middle of nowhere, so unless it was a farmhouse or something like that, but it does look very, very old. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me with the noise. We have just arrived at Inversnaid, and this is what greets you. Beautiful waterfall. Just before you get into Inversnaid, well, you're actually in Inversnaid. This is where the West Highland Way meets the Great Trossachs Path. I won't want to say that after a few beers. Yeah, the Great Trossachs Path. It's a 30-mile route. Looks like to be quite nice actually. Yeah, this is at the top of that waterfall. And this is the other side of the waterfall. I could just do with plunging in there. Very refreshing. Well, we're almost at the end of day 2 on the West Highland Way walk. Balmaha to Inversnaid, about 16 miles today. The walk itself been great. Just one or two little ups and downs, no major hills or anything like that. The rest of the path is fine. It runs mostly alongside Loch Lomond. There is that one section just outside Royden. It's a bit technical, you've got to be careful there. Lots of boulders and tree roots and twists and turns and things like that. But you'll be fine. It is time consuming, that little bit of stretch, but just take your time and you'll be fine. Now, accommodation wise, Inversnaid, the videos you saw of that waterfall, there is the Inversnaid Hotel right next to it. Unfortunately they were wanting a little bit too much money, more than I was prepared to pay. I just have to watch out, there's a car coming. The only other option you've got really in this area is the Inversnaid bunkhouse, which is what I'm just approaching now. Bear in mind, it does say they're 800 yards away from the banks of Loch Lomond, and it is all uphill, and I mean uphill. This has been the toughest climb of the day so far, I think. Obviously you can see the sun's beating down on me. Luckily most of the walk today has been in woodland, so it's been fairly sheltered from the sun and a bit cooler. It is hot today, I think it's mid-20s. Anyway, the Inversnaid bunkhouse, they do actually run a service where at certain times of the day, in the morning and late afternoon, you can give them a call, they'll send a minibus down to the bottom, pick you up and bring you up here, and vice versa in the morning. I'm not carrying a big backpack or anything, so I thought I'd just take the walk up here. Got another car coming. Yeah, as I said, I thought I'd take a walk up here. Pleasant enough day. I wish I'd give them a call. It is the toughest climb of the day so far, coming up here. As the name suggests, I believe they do have like dormitory rooms and things like that. But they do have some private rooms as well, with shared facilities. That's what I've opted for. They have got a restaurant and bar here, so we're fine for food. I don't know if you can hear the water in the background, but that's the river that's feeding that waterfall. down in the bottom. Yes, 16 miles we've done today. I'm just looking up ahead and I thought the accommodation was just round the corner, but no, there's some more uphill. Hey ho. Yeah, 16 miles today. Really enjoyed the day, enjoyed the walk. I hope I've not bored you with all the photos I've taken. I think you'll agree the scenery up round here is absolutely stunning. It's well worth taking all those photographs. If you've enjoyed the video today, please give me a thumbs up. And this is day 2 of 6 days that I'm doing the West Highland Way. I'm hopefully going to post a video each day, so if you want to keep in touch, please subscribe. And thanks very much for watching.